All right, here we go. All right, we're going to be started here. We're going to get started here in just a minute. Yay! I'm so excited. Just gonna get going here in just a couple of minutes. So excited about today's topic. And we're going to kind of visit, Juan and I are going to visit a little bit and talk about kind of like painting a vision and other things, and we'll see how where that leads us today. I'm really super excited. The reason I think painting a vision is so important, is because in the book it talks, it talks about like story tells, right? And we know this from real estate. So we're going to get started here in just a couple minutes. Just give folks some time to come and join us. This is going to be fun.
No, I didn't.
Hold on,
So just type in your phone number.
Okay. Excited about getting started. Okay, we're going to get started here in just a minute. Okay, and Juan's going to pop in here in just a minute and join us too. I'm really excited about that. Is he coming? Honey. And then we're going to have a little conversation. Meanwhile, I'm going to share with you a resource that we're working on creating for our group. And I'm going to share the screen really quick just so you can see it. It's juanandbettina.com. So excited. So here it is. And there's some resources, and we're going to work. We've only had this site up for about 3 weeks. And we're really hoping you find it useful. Right now, there's of course real estate training, but agent attraction, and these are resources that we're finding, and we're really focusing on agent attraction right now because EXP is so fantastic about amazing real estate training, but we want to make sure that we get you some good resources on this. So we've got prospecting scripts, the short tour, the EXP World short tour. You can actually send them a link to this and send them that link, and it just gives them a little idea of how that's going to work, which is really cool. We also have the EXP Explained in here, the retractable banners, momentum strategy, which is really good, the agent attraction webinar. This is the short version that Brent did a long time ago. It's only 28 minutes. And then full onboarding email list, best prospecting scripts. This is good stuff right here. And we've talked about this. I would say, hello, Jean, how have you been? And then you make small talk for a little bit. These are some tools and resources for y'all to use that are really good, okay? We print these, go over them, and make them our own. Make them to where we know this so well that we can do it. Okay. Let's see. I hope you like that. Give me just a second. I'm just waiting on Juan to join us. Hold on. Honey, can you bring, oh, hey, Glenna. Hi, Melody. I'm going to let y'all talk to you. So how's y'all week? Oh, why is it not unmuting? Unmute?
Like, none of this works.
Come over here and say hi. All right. Hold on. Let me help Juan get going in here real quick, okay? Give me just a second, please. Sorry. You might be in. Hello? No. Hi, Glenna.
Hi, Juan. Hi, Bettina.
Juanita? Something.
Yeah.
How are you feeling?
I'm feeling okay. Feeling much better.
Oh, I'm so good. I'm so happy. Good.
Outside today for the first time in a while. So.
Oh, good. Good. Well, so that's a huge success, just that you're feeling better. And Melody's joining us today. I just want to say, Melody, I was so excited to see your pumpkin and your pop by yesterday. That was so cool.
I love it.
Like you should have seen me. I was giddy when I saw that. And you guys, this is, I love how y'all are really getting into building your business. So hold on. I don't know. Paste in Safari or Chrome to join the meeting.
It's okay, I'll just sit next to you.
Okay, well, come sit next to me then.
I'm coming, I'll sit next to you.
Okay,
Problem solved. Where?
okay. So I kind of wanted to, can you help role play with me on this?
I sure can.
Okay. Are you laughing a little bit about our crazy? It's okay. Okay. Honey, are you coming?
Oh yeah, I gotta get my book though.
Okay. So I wanted to kind of, so here's a script that
Okay.
comes from the book, on the concepts in the book.
Okay.
But the cool thing about this is that it's designed for helping us sponsor agents at EXP.
Okay.
So a lot of us, I think some of us, we go into conversation, we kind of wing it, right?
Yeah.
So
I agree.
all-star EXP prospecting script.
Okay.
Because we don't always want to, some of us feel comfortable with winging it. Some of us would just like an outline. So what we can do is just kind of read this, right? Y'all want to do this now so that it's, because when are we going to take another time to do it? So let's kind of go over it together. So we'd say something like, hey, Juan, how have you been?
I've been okay.
Yeah? What's been going on in your world?
Well, I've been doing a little bit of real estate, raising kids,
Real estate and kids.
Yeah, real estate and kids. That's what I'm doing.
Is there time for anything else?
Not really.
Well, let me tell you why I'm calling, which is, okay. I'm dying to know. Have you heard about EXP, the new model by now? I'm sure you've heard about it, right?
I've heard of them. Yeah, I think I know about them.
So what have you heard about them?
They're around and they're like virtual or something like that. And yeah, just they're around and they're virtual. That's what I know.
Okay. Well, I have a lot of respect for your opinion because you've been in real estate for a long time and we're kind of in the same boat. But so I have a question. Have you seen the model?
Have I seen the model?
Have you actually taken a look at it, or have you really just heard the word on the street?
What do you mean by model? What do you mean?
Oh, so I guess you haven't really seen a presentation and kind of know what EXP is all about and what all the hype is about.
No, not really.
Okay. Well, here's why I asked, because simply put, I really want your opinion just because I respect it so much. I respect you and I want to know if you think this model really has merit for somebody like you and in your market, right? Because we're in a different place in our life, a different place in our business, and just where you're at in your market and where I'm at in my business, they're different. So would you mind taking a look at it and just see if this is something that would work well for you? Because I really would love your opinion.
I guess so.
Okay, so that's so good. Do you have your calendar in front of you?
I don't.
You don't? Okay. How about, when do you think you'll have your calendar? Is there a time where you know for sure you'll have 40 minutes, like maybe like 6 o'clock in the morning?
6 o'clock in the morning? I'm not awake at 6 o'clock in the morning.
No? Okay, well, I love 6 a.m. So, and I was just thinking, Brent Gove says this, by the way. I was just thinking, the day, what happens, the day kind of gets busy, right? Yeah. And would 7 work better before the day gets started?
So what day are we talking about here?
Well, what time? How about Monday morning, 7 a.m.?
Okay.
It'll be a great start to the day.
Okay. Monday morning, 7 a.m. That sounds good. That sounds
Monday
good.
morning, 7 a.m.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm going to check in with you about 10 minutes before, but let's shoot for Monday morning at 7 a.m. So for sure, Monday morning at 7 a.m., you'll be available.
Yeah.
All right. I am so excited because I respect your opinion. You're somebody who's actually doing it in the real estate industry. You've got your kids, and I'm so excited to hear what your thoughts are on this.
Okay.
All right. I'm going to send you an invite for Monday at 7 a.m.
Okay.
And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to Google Calendar, and I'm going to, send them a calendar invite. I'm going to follow up a text. So excited that I'm going to see you Monday at 7 a.m. And then about 10 minutes before, about 6:50, I'll get with them and say, hey, so excited about 7 a.m., right? And then our next step, and this is what they were teaching us in Las Vegas too. The next step is we'll get them on a Zoom call. It's free. So if you're not on Zoom, you don't have a Zoom account, you can get one. It's a free account. You get them on Zoom. And then what you can do from there, I'm going to stop sharing. You get them on a Zoom account. And then what happens is, after you get them on a Zoom account, you can send them the link and get them. And then you're talking face to face. And then you can do a screen share just like this. In there, let me see. And I'm going to share this screen. I'm hoping that you can see this. I'm going to share this with you really quick. Share. Okay, I'm going to share this screen because really what I want is I want you to see, oh no, I want you to see this. Okay, here at the bottom, you'll see here where it says share. Shoot. See here where it says share computer sound? You're going to click that on, and then you're going to come back and you're going to say optimize share for full screen video clip. What this allows you to do, guys, this is brilliant. What this allows you to do is share your presentation on their screen. Then you turn off your video. You can do whatever you want. You can read your Building an Empire. You can study your script, how you're going to handle that after the end. You're going to text somebody like us or somebody else to do a 3-way call with them when they're done. So this is a 38-minute video. You did a little chit-chatting at 7 a.m., 7:05. You pushed play on the presentation. You can watch them to see if maybe they're getting up to get coffee, or they got sidetracked by their children or something. And while you're watching them, you can actually put pause on the video. Press pause on the video, and then you're like, oh, just let me know when you're ready to watch again, and hit play. You know that at 7 a.m., they already blocked out 40 minutes of time. You're essentially watching this presentation with them. And the thing, because here's what we found, and you tell me if this is true for you too, but you'll send a video, right? And unless we've done an exemplary job of making sure that they have turned off their notifications off of their phones, they're sitting on the couch with a glass of wine watching this presentation, life happens. They get sidetracked. They get a notification on their phone that says, hey, I have an offer for you. Or they want to negotiate something, or the kids come in, and they might miss 2 minutes in the video. But that might have been the 2-minute part that talked about iconing, which may have really been important to them. If you want to know what piqued my interest at EXP was the icon program. The fact that we could get our cat back in stock. I was like, oh, okay. It wasn't revenue share. It wasn't the stock. Because I wasn't going to recruit. So I said, and I wasn't interested in the stock. So I had said, and that's how I had felt at the time.
Right.
Look at us now.
Look at us now.
Look at us now. Him, on the other hand, it wasn't the icon program. What attracted him to the program was
just you have 3 businesses in one.
3 businesses in one.
Yeah.
Which business attracted you the most?
The revenue share, equally all of them, and getting the stock back. Like I saw the whole package.
Yeah.
To me, the whole package made sense.
The whole and I'm so grateful that he looked into the revenue share part, and that made sense to him, and the stock part made sense to him. I'm so grateful the icon part made sense to me, and for each of you, it's going to be a different part. So the reason I say this is because it's so critical that whoever's watching this presentation, they get to see all of it, because there's going to be something that's going to speak to them differently, right? And if you speak to a leader or a broker, and this is what we also found, is that we also have them look at it on what they think would be important to their agents, right? Because for them, I think realtors in general have a really big heart, and brokers, they have a higher
100%.
They really do have a big heart, and they have a big heart for their agents. And the ones that truly have a really, really big heart, they're going to look at this opportunity as something for their agents. So that's why this way of presenting is really good. Another way of presenting that works really well that we have found is actually getting them on a live presentation. We've done lots and lots. I've done tons of live one-on-one screen share presentations. Back in the day, I used to use appear.in. Now we use Zoom just because that's what everybody uses, it seems like. And we're doing them on Mondays at 11 Central Time as well. And so you can plug in people to Monday at 11 or schedule a time for us to do it for them. And I know there's other people in the company that are also doing it. One of the things that Chris says, one of the benefits of them doing it with us is that we're able to visit with them. When you say, hey, if I can get you on a call with these people, that I will do whatever I can to open up my schedule for you. Pretty much, because I want this for our group. I want this for all of us. And I hope that helps. And it's the same way. Use this script. Hey, would you take a look at it? Have this conversation. Bettina introduced me to this company, or so-and-so introduced me to Bettina, or I have a friends named Juan and Bettina, and would you mind just sitting with them and just seeing what they think, and tell me what you think about what they're going to share with you. And that's it. And our job isn't to convince them. In fact,
that's a rookie mistake I'm still getting over, is the convincing part. There's a part of you that is like, and I think it has to do with real estate, because in the real estate game, objection handling, sit in front of the seller, they say this, you come right back, boom, here's what we got. Commission objections, reduce your commission, and you got 4 or 5 different dialogues to go at it, right? And so in the real estate industry, we're always getting taught how to have objection handling, how to handle those objections. And as far as the people who are producing the most amount of results from the recruiting side, the revenue side, it's their ability to not convince people, but sort them out and just say, you're interested, you're not interested, and sort them out and have them in those categories and just keep on going. So it ends up turning more into a little bit more of a numbers game.
And a nurture game. Right.
So as Chris says, when do you stop recruiting? When they're dead.
Right?
You keep going.
So
in 5 years, 10 years, 15, 20 years, we're still recruiting them.
And the thing is, we have a lot of attrition in this industry.
Yeah.
We happen to have our numbers are actually a little bit better at EXP in that we don't have a whole ton of attrition. Excuse me,
Right.
here. As we do have attrition, but not as much as the other companies. I just think it's because we have more to offer. You know, there's the stock awards. They vest in 3 years, the revenue share. And, you know, Jean said something that really spoke to me, as well as that for like 50% of the bankruptcies, 50% of the bankruptcies would not happen if there was an additional income of $500 a month. $500 a month. So what a significant difference that would make. And then y'all are familiar, we can save money, which is great, but for most realtors, that's not an option. So my commitment, I have to be honest, I wasn't as diligent at prospecting as I could be. I just haven't been. And I don't know why. Why haven't I been prospecting?
Purposeful about it? When you're not intentional about it?
I wasn't intentional about it,
right?
but we've made a plan, and I encourage all of us to make a plan to be purposeful and intentional. And make a plan, something that works for you. For some people, they attend events and get into relationship. I'm sorry, I'm playing footsie with Juan. He's like, what are you doing? He's like trying to move his foot this way, and I keep moving my foot this way, and he just keeps moving his foot this way. It could be worse.
Back to the subject, honey. Let's come back.
What was I saying? Oh, I'm going to start making calls. So anybody who'd like to join in and make calls with us. And so our goal is to set appointments for presentations. And so we're going to track the number of presentations that we set, the number of presentations that we give, right? Our goal is not necessarily to do our own presentations, because if you remember in the book, it's not about, ideally, you're putting them in front of the presentation. So I'm not really going to, so you guys have the option of either sharing the model explained or getting them on a presentation. I'm going to be getting them just in front of the model explained, in front of the video via Zoom. So that's our goal. Please join us in this goal. Because at the end of the day, this comes to making money now in real estate.
Yes.
It comes to growing our revenue share. This comes to just about everything.
Everything overlaps.
And it overlaps, but we just have to keep prospecting and sorting. So when they talk about sorting, and Scott had said this one time, he said, sometimes we got to play little tricks in our heads, right? And he's like, for him, it was, are they ignorant or are they stupid? Ignorant or stupid,
I remember
right?
That.
And at first you're just kind of like, what do you mean, right? Or so when you talk to them, are they ignorant? They don't know. Then it's our job to educate them. Or are they stupid? They do know, but they're not going to take advantage of the opportunity. Because I think for him, and it helps me because it's kind of like, it's not personal. It's not about me. It's not saying that they're stupid. It just takes that pressure off, right? Are they ignorant or are they stupid? And if they're ignorant, our job is to give them the information. If the timing isn't right.
And isn't the key basically in his trick, in him playing, in saying that to himself, wasn't really what he was after was, if they're dumb, don't try to convince them, simply sort them in the category and keep moving forward, right? That's really where he was going. He didn't want to convince someone who was dumb about it. Right. He just wanted to say, this is where you fall in, stay there, let's keep on moving.
Right. And also follow up with them, because maybe they just need more information, right? Maybe they just needed more information, which is okay. So we just keep following up. Hey, we just opened up in Australia. So exciting. Oh, Jason Gessing, the nicest guy ever. He's a good family man on top of being brilliant, because there's a lot of brilliant people who just, he truly has the heart and compassion of the agents,
He's fantastic.
right? Has been appointed the CEO, you know, and you just keep following up with people. And if you have a data bank of sellers, a data bank of buyers, a data bank of realtors, and we just commit to taking a time out of our day to just
Right. So a lot of
follow up
people,
with them.
a lot of
nurture
people
them.
will resonate with what I'm about to say. You ever had a buyer who just disappeared on you? Just went black, poof, went
Happen.
dark on you, right? Couldn't find them, couldn't see them. Happens all the time. Like if you have
Unfortunately.
5 buyers, 1 or 2 of them are going on dark on you. And then all of a sudden, about 3 months later or 2 months later, you'll get a call.
Or a year or 2 years later.
Or whatever.
That's happened.
Or you're like, dang it, I don't know what happened. We had a good phone call, everything's working out, and blah, blah, blah. And all of a sudden they go dark, 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 and you just don't know. And it's kind of annoying. So, but you continue to call. The reason they went dark on you is because you continue to do your part, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then the time wasn't right for them. So, but what happened was they ended up calling you back 3 months or 6 months down the road because you did your part. We do our part and then they come back, right? That's how that works. We build it, right? They will come, right? If you make the calls, if you build the relationship, they will come back. So, you know, and that's the part of nurturing that's hard is you have to have faith, right? You have to have faith that what you're doing is going to pay dividends at some point in the future, you know? And it's hard for me. I struggle with that one too. That one's a tricky one.
But it's worth it.
Oh, it's worth it, especially when you get the call back.
Right.
And you're like, yeah.
Can I be honest?
Yeah.
I think the hardest part for you is the part that you poured so much of you into them.
Yeah.
That when they go black, you're just kind of like, it hurts your feelings.
You're like, oh, what the hell?
You know, it's like, what did I do wrong?
Right.
But it wasn't you.
No, you're right. It wasn't.
It wasn't you. And I think that's a lot of times we get into this and we invite people and we talk to people and we share this with people and it's not about you. And I think the other mistake that we've made in the past is we don't introduce them to, we don't make this bigger than ourselves.
That is probably the biggest aha moment for 2019. They think that you are EXP. It's some virtual company and you're the only one that they're going to have contact with. You're the only upline possibility for them. I truly believe that. I truly believe that's sometimes what they think until more people get involved.
Right.
Until you introduce them to Juan, Bettina, Chris, you know, Gladys, Glenna,
Rob,
Jean, Rob.
Wilco,
And now they understand that it's a
Terry, Neb, Kevin, Robert, how many people have we put people on? You know, like we've had
it's a massive
Lewis.
collaboration.
It's a massive collaboration.
And they have to sense that. That has to be experienced, right?
Yes. And it doesn't have to be local, right? So like we talk somebody in California, we're in Texas, we talk to them. They're in Florida, we talk to them, right? And we do this for other people. So not only, just so you know, we don't just do this for you guys. We do this for like a lot of people.
Many states.
And so many people EXP and people are like, well, I don't know that many people. How do you get to know this many people? We attended events. We showed up and we were nice and we asked. I guess at the end of the day, you just ask. If you can't show up to an event, we have this, just go to Workplace. Hey, who'll do a 3-way call? You'll be amazed how many people do a 3-way call with you, right? So we'll do one. And then we know so many people. So when you're talking to somebody, a lot of times you just, remember how we talked about edifying?
Mm-hmm.
We also worked really hard on getting better edifying people.
Yes, we are getting much better edifying. So the value of edifying, when you get someone on the phone, right, and I'm your prospect and you're trying to sell her to me, we want her to look like a real estate goddess on top of solid character, the most phenomenal person that you know in the history of the people you know, right? And then
that's funny. I say the same thing about you.
Yeah. So right. So that's what we basically want to do. So that way, your prospect, feel honored. I'm like, whoa, I've got this phenomenal real estate goddess gal with the most amazing character, most amazing personality on the phone with me. It turns into almost an honor for me to be here. And the person who does that is you, the one on the call, the one that does the interact, this right here, this connection. So the connector is the one that turns what she says into gold for me, the prospect.
And the key is like, and so you've edified the person that you're going to get on the three-way call. And then you're like, okay, so here's the deal. If I could get you in a conversation with this amazing person, would you take 5 minutes to take their call?
If I would you.
If I would you. That happens so often. And of course, we know feel, felt, found. That happens. So I know he's going in the book. He's
I'm
like,
looking at the book.
I'm going to show you where it is. It's right here. It says that right here.
Right.
It also talks about feel, felt, found. You know, I know how you feel. And we've used this, like people have said, oh yeah, I know about EXP. I don't need to know anything else. Oh, I know exactly how you feel. You know, we felt the same way too. But what we found is that sometimes people talk and they don't even know what they're saying. And it's, you know, it's important that you get your own information so that you can make the best decision for you.
Just so you know, the last person that I've been visiting with about coming over to EXP, just so you have an understanding of how little people get. She went to the presentation, saw a presentation, and I said, okay, well, tell me more about it. What did you see? She didn't remember any of it.
None of it.
She saw it within 48 hours. Just imagine that. So she didn't remember 80%
how she got
it.
there, what they were talking about.
Mind blowing. However, it happens, right? Like it happens. So is it their fault? No, not really. They were invited. They saw it. And that was the capacity for what they saw. And that's what they saw. However, just be aware they don't remember what they see. And they don't always get what they see. I didn't understand the stock terribly well. I'm not a stock guy.
I'm not a stock, yeah.
Stocks didn't really make sense to me. I didn't get it.
But you know what I did get?
What'd you get?
Stories.
Oh, everybody gets stories. That's why they are the best selling point.
Yeah. So I think a lot of times we try to tell people, like right now, like we're visiting with you and we're saying stuff, but stories sell. Because like in real estate, how many times have we told people like, you know, there's been times where you might get frustrated and you start giving people facts so that they'll make a decision. Like you talk to somebody, they're like, well, give me some facts about this, 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 and this, so that they can make a decision, right? And you're just kind of like, how many more facts do you want? Are you going to buy the house? You're not going to buy the house, right? Is it going to work or is it not going to work? Right now, at this point in time, like the water pressure does not matter, because welcome to Allen, Texas. The water pressure is high. It's just the way it is.
Yeah.
And you get to that point. So you got to just tell them a story. And so, okay, Allen, Texas, so great water pressure here. Can you see your family and you paint a vision? Can you see your family on a slip and slide in the backyard with the sprinklers going all around it and like dishwasher on that slip and slide? Can you see that happening in this house? Can you see your wife coming outside to the backyard with a bowl of watermelon all cut up? Can you see, you know, can you see the children on Christmas morning with the Christmas tree right over there? Can you see how the kids are going to come down those stairs and you hear the pitter patter of their feet coming down and waking you up because they can't wait to open their Christmas presents? Can you see that happening in this house? Those are the decisions. For EXP, can you see yourself in 5 years at your current brokerage buying and selling real estate? Yes. Is it you selling the real estate or is it the brokerage selling the real estate? It's you. So in 5 years, do you see yourself having additional income from the other brokerage? Do you see additional opportunities at the other brokerage? Can you see how EXP, and it depends on what you've shared with them, can you see yourself, I'm just thinking, I'm kind of brainstorming. Can you imagine? Can you see yourself sharing this model with agents over the next 12 months and 2 of those agents deciding that they also want to come over to EXP?
that would be interested in ownership, revenue share, KB core, right? Like so much. There's so much. There's everything.
Right. 2. So the reason I use the number 2 is, okay, because if you can see yourself doing this, and we're going to wrap this up.
Yep.
If you can see yourself doing 2 a year, because remember, $500 will have
Yep.
saved 50% of the bankruptcies in this country in revenue
$500.
share.
And from our personal story, just to add on to that, I always say that the first 500 and the first 1,000 were so much more impactful than the other thousands of dollars that we get monthly from the rev share, because those was the one that paid off the car, right?
Right.
Paid off one car, and then you pay off the other car. Well, that's $1,200 you don't have to deal with again.
In a
So
month.
now the money's clean, and we're still doing transactions. So now you get ahead. You go from stability to what's the after stability?
Thriving.
You go from thank you. You go from stability to thriving, right?
Thriving is like my favorite word.
Yeah, but so you're going from just treading water to making strides in swimming.
Yeah.
So huge, powerful.
All right.
But
I hope this was helpful. I hope you love this. And thank you for joining us today. Like, seriously, thank you.
Glenna, we love you.
I'm so happy you're feeling better,
We're
Glenna.
so happy you're feeling better.
Mwah. Love you. We'll talk to you soon.
Woo!
Bye, guys.
Thank you so much.
Melody, keep up the good work.